I'm Corporal Shaltiel Dominguez, and this is your Marine Corps Installations West Regional Roundup. April 5th, Marine Corps Air Station Miramar showcases the leaders from the Naval Aviation Enterprise visiting Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 16 and Marine Aircraft Group 16 during the Boots on the Ground aboard Marine Corps Air Station Miramar.
Boots on the ground, we bring senior Navy, Marine Corps leaders in to come to a Marine Air Group and a Marine Air Logistics Squadron and kind of take a look at all the things they're working on, the projects they've got in play, some of the challenges they're having in making the readiness goals that they need to make our Marine Corps Force and Readiness requirements. We look at everything.
April 7th, NBC 11 covers Marine Corps Air Station Yuma's Sexual Assault Awareness and Response Ride.
As a part of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, members of the military from MCAS and YPG, along with local law enforcement, led a motorcycle ride to show their support for the annual campaign.
On April 15th, NBC 11 covers a humanitarian aid and disaster relief exercise at Kiwanis Park during the Weapons and Tactics Instructor course at Marine Corps Air Station Yuma.
So this is actually as realistic as it gets. The fact that the city of Yuma allows us to come and land in the city, out in the parks, it's just a special opportunity. And by doing that, it's unlike just going on a normal training range. We're out in the city. We have simulated humanitarian assistance refugees that they have to process. We have a medical facility. We will be delivering aid to them via helicopter as they come in and land. And it's just one of the most realistic scenarios that the students get to experience during WTI.
Also on April 15th, Colonel Jason Woodworth, Commanding Officer of Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, and Latricia Kamens, Sexual Assault Response Coordinator for Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, speak on the topic of sexual assault.
It affects one of us, it affects all of us. It tears at the mission readiness, the unit cohesion, it polarizes the unit.
April 18th, Camp Pendleton celebrates Arab American Heritage Month by highlighting the cultural characteristics and contributions of Arab Americans across the country.
I would say that the proudest years of my life were the ones when I served as a platoon commander and company commander. I served in 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines, and I served in 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines. I think it's important to note that while the word Arab tends to reflect a people, that individually, the Arabs, assimilate by states. For example, I'm Jordanian, my parents are Palestinian, and we have a Greek mix in the family. So I think you just need to understand that while the Arab defines a culture, it does not define the person. And people are different and as diverse as they are in the United States within the Middle Eastern countries.
April 25th, CW6 takes a look at how local authorities in Camp Pendleton are working together this fire season.
Peak fire season begins next month, and CAL FIRE is already ramping up by bringing on more firefighters. Today, they also informed CW6 that they're pairing up with the military at Camp Pendleton to get ready for an annual training aimed at putting out fires more quickly. CAL FIRE says if they run out of resources, they can then call the military and ask for choppers and other supplies.
April 26th, Marine Corps Installations West begins Exercise Semper Duris 2016, a full-scale, all-hazards, anti-terrorism and force protection exercise. Semper Duris is a regional command post exercise that is comprised of a series of field training scenarios designed to reinforce operational response capabilities supporting MCI West installations, tenant commands, and families on base. April 27th, Camp Pendleton highlights Captain Tu Tran, a triathlete and Camp Pendleton Male Athlete of the Year.
That in itself tells me that I have to continue to keep pushing forward and putting in the training on those long hours and long days, balancing that work life with training and also the personal life. I like imparting knowledge and helping others achieve to their potential. I do a little bit of triathlon and running coaching now with some of my athletes, and especially with some of my Marines, knowing that the joy that it brought me, that I'm helping, enable in some part for them to achieve that level of happiness, that level of joy.
Also on April 27th, MCI West Public Affairs features Joe and Levon Walsh, a World War II era couple who met while serving in the Marine Corps.
Everything we had in the base was green. She shows up in a blue dress. Things are different. What was your first impression of me?
Oh,
how good looking I was.
yes.
Decades later, Joe and Levon have long since retired their dress blues, but their love for the Marine Corps and each other remains strong.
I still get a thrill when I hear the band and see the boys marching and the girls marching.
And on April 29th, Marine Corps Installations West Public Affairs covers Camp Pendleton's first Warrior Training Advancement course at the Pacific Views Event Center.
What we are doing is we are training transitioning service members out of the military to be veteran service representatives with the Department of Veterans Affairs. So we are essentially teaching them to work veterans' claims that come through.